What's up guys, today I'm going to be showing you what type of gear I use to put out my songs 100% independently. If you're interested in picking up any of these items I use, all the links of the items still available are in the description. Number 1, let's start with the most important thing, a laptop. I use a 2015 Retina MacBook Pro 15-inch to make music. My DAW has always been Logic Pro X with just a few extra plugins like Silent One and Nexus. To mix my vocals I use Nectar 3 from iZotope, which really makes my vocals sit well in the mix. To mix and master my songs I use iZotope Ozone 8, which I really love. Because my laptop and external hard drive were absolutely exploding with song projects and drum kits, I recently bought the new MacBook Pro 13-inch M1 to edit my YouTube videos on. I just use iMovie for now, but I'm planning on getting Final Cut Pro to edit my videos. 2. In terms of speakers, I currently use the Yamaha HS5s, which I'm actually pretty happy about. I was actually planning on getting the HS7 or 8s, but the guy in the store told me they were pretty harsh, and the HS5s were actually the superior one in the series in terms of sound. And they were more than powerful enough for a small home studio setup. No clue if he just had to get rid of some HS5s or he was speaking facts, but I'm pretty happy with them for now. Keep in mind you always have to adjust to new speakers and really put the hours in to know what kind of sound the speakers translate to other systems like Bluetooth speakers, earpods, or car speakers. Some speakers are more flat in response or have some boosted bass or something in between. I have a feeling these Yamahas are pretty flat and pretty honest. Number 3, to hook up your computer to your speakers, you of course need an interface. I don't have a popular Focusrite or an Universal Audio, but a Roland Rubix 24. It's just a 150-euro interface, which my local store had at the time I needed one, and it gets the job done. Number 4, in terms of what I consider a really important piece is the microphone. When I decided I was going to try rapping on my own beats instead of looking for artists for ages, I just picked up what they had in the same local store where I bought the interface. It was a Rode NT1A, which was packaged with everything from cables to shock mounts and a pop filter. I think it was a little under 200 euros at the time. This was just to test out my voice and to decide if I was really going to do this. I was like, if this goes well, I'll get a better mic after it. 3 years later, it's still the mic I use today, even after buying another pretty expensive mic. About 2 years ago, I bought a Shure SM7B after seeing a bunch of artists using it in home studio-like situations like tour buses or changing rooms and venues. I didn't like it personally, and you kind of have to get a cloud lifter to get a proper input level. I returned it for an Audio-Technica AT4040, which I still have today. I liked it better than the Shure, but I was still struggling to find the right sound for my voice. After a while I switched back to the Rode to compare and it just felt better. I probably only switched about 1 or 2 times ever since and mostly used that cheap microphone I bought to use temporarily. To fill out the mic setup I have an SE Electronics reflection filter and a standard K&M mic stand. Number 5. Of course you need headphones to record your vocals and mix your tracks. I use the Beyerdynamics DT770 Pro 80 ohms, which is kind of the standard in studio world. These are pretty comfortable to mix for longer periods of time, and they have a really flat and honest response, which gives you kind of an exact image of your mix. Number 6. To round out the home studio setup, I have a few extras like the Akai MPD 218 drum pad and the M Audio Keystation Mini 32 keyboard. I don't really use them that often because I like using my laptop keyboard as a musical keyboard. It's something I'm just kind of used to after producing for some time without any extra keyboard or drum pad when I started out. Last piece is the hard drive I talked about in the beginning of the video. It's a SanDisk SSD hard drive. I have a bunch of my song projects and drum kits on that thing because SSDs are basically an extension of your laptop memory. They don't need any time to transfer files and they're instantly interchangeable and available. Because of that, SSD hard drives are more expensive than your typical hard drive. So that rounds out my home studio setup. I still have a pretty basic setup and I'm not planning any major upgrades as well. This goes to show that you just need to learn to use your gear at its full potential. My current songs are made with a real comparable setup to the setup on which I made my first EP, but the difference in quality of those songs is huge. I hope this helps out some of you trying to navigate setting up their home studio. If you pick up a secondhand MacBook, I think a $2,500 budget goes a long way. If you like this video and want to follow my journey as an artist, drop a like, subscribe, and check me out on your streaming platform. If that's Spotify, don't forget to follow me on there as well. I'll catch you guys later.